What up, everybody? This is Prophet Mahmoud, represent all the cast offs worldwide. You don't know what a cast off is. A cast off is being who you are, even when it's unpopular, when your thoughts and what you stand for is different than the crowd. You are a cast off. And this is episode 3 of Cast Off TV. And I'm going to always give you a word before we even get started. Hopefully inspire you or give you a thought or idea, or it's just something that you already had in your gut and you were second guessing it. And hopefully this word can inspire you to make an action or give you a new thought of this word. And the quote of the day is, don't spend too much time trying to please someone who is impossible for you to please. And a lot of times we always do that, trying to make somebody like us. And some people just not gonna like you no matter what you do or don't do. And sometimes they would just like somebody who was a piece of shit to them, and you could be great to them. Like, damn, why they don't like you? They just don't like you. You cannot please somebody who was impossible for you to please. That's why I always say, go where you celebrate it, not where you tolerate it. Jesus had to leave his hometown to perform miracles because they didn't mess with him. And so we bend over backwards and do great things to people who just don't like you or just don't want to hear you. They don't want your product. They don't want to hear you sing. They don't want to hear your music. You could be the greatest rapper in the world, but they could have their mind made up, I don't like you. And it could be the shittiest person in the world, and they got their mind made up, I like him. I'm buying his and not you. And so don't waste time, man. And like on episode 2, I said you not asking for too much, you asking from the wrong person. And that goes in with this, like, don't try to please somebody who was impossible for you to please. That person who you putting all that energy to or energy in, who just rejected and don't want nothing to do with you or just ain't fucking with it, it's probably somebody else who you could get that same energy to, who embrace everything, and you will make their life and they will make your life a lot better. But trying to win over somebody who refuses to be won is a waste of time, and it's an energy drain. We need energy to run our race and do great things in this world, for sure, for real. Man. All right, I'm gonna answer the first question, and it was, Prophet, do you think the internet does more good or more bad? That's a hard question because it does a lot of both. But I say I only can speak from personal opinion. Now, for y'all, it might be different, but for me, the internet does more good. The reason why is you can, like, if you're trying to spread a good word and a good message, you could reach hundreds of thousands of people and impact their life without physically meeting them. It give you a voice. It eliminate the gatekeepers. If you a great artist and you don't have the money and stuff like that for people to hear you, back in the days we had to go sell CDs hand to hand and run to New York like sign me. But now you could use the internet and just send your links off to people and get a fan base and make a career out your music. Now you could post your clothes on the internet and people will buy it and you ship it out for them. Or it's just anything like a lot of questions that you didn't have an answer for. Like, you can learn how to cook on YouTube. You can learn how to fix a car on YouTube. You can learn anything you want on YouTube, or any information you need, you could Google it. And so I believe it does more good. Now, if you're a negative person and you be like, oh, they all I see is asses in my timeline, that's because you follow a lot of asses. They go by your algorithm. And so whatever you clicking on, whatever you viewing, they here to give you more of that shit that you was focusing on to keep you on their platform. See, we got the cause and the effect mixed up, right? For example, the media only give us negativity. The radio will only give us negativity. The radio and the media don't give one fuck about you. They here for ratings. They here to make money to feed their families. And so if the people decide what they want to see or not, if this is what's getting them ratings, that's what they're gonna give you. And they know people love negative bullshit. So if I'm trying to give you some positive bullshit, I said positive bullshit. If I'm trying to give you some positive things and they get 0 ratings, or if I'm talking about murder, murder, kill, kill, black on black crime, all this bullshit, and that spike the ratings because they know y'all entertained by the bullshit, they gonna give you that. And so we got the cause and effects mixed up. We say, the cause is they feed us negativity, and the effect is we acting negative. No, the effect is the cause is you niggas love bullshit, and the effect is for them to keep their ratings, they gotta give people what they want to keep their ratings and keep their views up, because you niggas love bullshit, entertained by the bullshit, so bloodthirsty, love to see black people killing black people, and y'all praise Lil Durk and King Von for smoking on Tuka, but then it's Black Lives Matter and oh this black shit. Gone with that. So I don't even know how I got there. But the internet does more good or bad. If you're on Facebook and you follow a whole bunch of messy people and you see messy shit in your timeline, of course it's gonna be more bad. But if you're following people who inspire you, who motivate you, you following your fans and your customers or people who you admire and learning stuff from, it's gonna be great. And so it's whatever you looking for. But I know what I'm looking for, and it ain't no messy shit. It ain't no drama, none of that. And so the internet is all good for me. For real, that's my thoughts on that, And I really believe thoughts become things, man. Thoughts become things. I read this book called The Secret. That's the most powerful book ever. But they ain't do nothing but stole Jesus' line when he said, as a man thinketh, so is he. They wrote 2 books over there. As a man thinketh, so is he, and The Secret. And it's basically be like, thoughts become things. Whatever you think about, whatever you focus on, you attract that to your life. Even the things you don't want. If you say you don't want something, and you thinking and dwelling on what you don't want, you going to attract that, because that's what you focusing and giving energy and what you don't want. So you attract more of that. And so you think and focus and dwell on what you want and what you don't want. And so it's the same thing in the internet with the algorithm. And so whatever you clicking on, whatever you watching and focus on, they understand that. So they going to put more of that in your timeline. And you're going to blame them for showing you that shit. Well, you need to be blaming yourself, because they just giving you what you really want for real. And you just an unaccountable piece of shit looking to blame anybody for your bullshit. For real. That's what that is to me. Blame everybody but your motherfucking self. Shit. Man. Online shopping or going to the store for shopping? That's a question asked. Now, I just gave all the props to online and shit. Give me the store. Man, I done ordered some shit off Amazon, man. Ain't look nothing like the picture. Give me the store so I can see what I'm buying. Give me the store. For real. I'd rather go in the store. Man, I ain't that dude. I got friends, man, who I'm not going to the mall. But that nigga C-Dog, man, that nigga got to try on everything. Try on the belt. The belt got to match the threads in the shoes. You been in that store 3 hours, man. I said, man, my sister like that too, man. Like just gotta be in them fucking stores all day. I ain't that guy who try on shit, but I still want to see how that motherfucker look, man. That picture might be, I might be trying to buy a blue shirt like this, and on you see it online, it'd be a different color blue. Or I bought my son a basketball rim. It looked good, like a stand-up rim. We shooting this room. I buy that little dinky ass rim. I said, man, they swindled me. And so no, I'd rather go to the store. I'd rather go to the store than that. Next question. Prophet, would you allow other people to whoop your kids? Now, you know what, man? If somebody is keeping my kid and I have them, we always say it take a village to raise a kid, but then when somebody discipline your kid, don't you say nothing to my kid. And so we be so fucked up, man. But like, what if your kid being disrespectful to somebody who keeping them? Somebody who babysitting your kid, and they can't discipline your kid, and now your kid just being an asshole too because they know dad said you can't discipline my kid. And so if it's a person I trust and my kid get out of line and not listening, yeah, you could whoop my kid. I ain't talking about, when I say, well, I ain't talking about beating the fucking kid. I'm talking about spank my kid ass. If you say, Cedrion, sit down, and Cedrion say, okay, and then 2 minutes later, he back jumping on your couch, hey, sit your little ass down. Or a kid decide they want to talk back. No, yes. You have every right to discipline my kid if I know you love my kid and I'm depending on you for taking care of my kid. Because a lot of times, kids be so disrespectful because you ain't my mama. And then, like, then we want somebody to do something for our kid. No, fuck you and your kid, little disrespectful motherfucker. So yes, I'll allow someone else to discipline my kid for real. And I think that's the problem. Shit, I think that's a problem, man. Man. But man, for real, parents don't even discipline kids no more because, and I ain't even talking about whooping, I'm talking about period, man. We be wanting our kids to be our best friends and shit. You look at these little boys now, man, the women be making them boys they fucking boyfriend. For real, little boys be soft as shit. But we was talking about this today. I believe, like if you a man, you're gonna be harder on your son. And you're going to teach him things. You're going to be like, you're not a woman. You're going to do this. And I think it's the same for women. I think women are harder on their daughter than their son. Like, no, you're going to learn how to cook. You're going to learn how to clean. And they baby the boy. And so these boys get baby. And for example, like when you get them boys in the house and they spoiled by mom and mom just do everything, it's like they leave lights on, they leave this down, they just leave shit out because it just magically get fixed or get done. Like they could leave shit and it just magically happen. The bills just magically get paid, the trash magically get taken out. And so the man don't develop any accountability. So then pretty soon they move in with a woman and she taking care of the motherfucker. And so it's the same shit just magically happen. They don't think they have to do it. And that a lot of time that be males being spoiled by their mama for real, man. For real. That's where that should be starting at. And so I don't even know how I got there. What was I talking about? What was I even talking about? See how I be drifting? I was talking about one thing. Oh, would you allow somebody to whoop your kids? How did I get all the way over there? And I was talking about somebody else spanking your kid. I don't know. But it just seemed like when the child is the same sex as you, you be harder and demand more and expect more out of it. And that's true. Like if I had a daughter, I wouldn't be hard on how I'm hard on my son. And I know a lot of women who do that be way harder on a female than a male. And that's why I believe like the little boys need men, man, for real. That's why we got so many simp, beta, feminine tongue, disrespectful, lazy, unaccountable piece of shit ass males, man. Cause ain't no fucking men in these houses. And then if it's a man in a punk ass house and he a punk ass man, he playing the game all day and ain't teaching his son shit. So he's still getting all his mama teaching his shit. Sorry for cussing. I said I was gonna stop cussing, and look at me, right back cussing. Man, time is everything, man. It ain't what you put in the child, man. It ain't what you put on the child, it's what you put in the child, for real, man. And so, discipline, love, and respect mean way more than Gucci belts and shit. But yeah. But you know what? I forgot the next question.